Hi everyone, I'm Gio. I hope everyone's having the best blessed day possible. Today's Monday, April 28th, and I'm going to share with you guys a story that proves without a doubt that God is real. Okay, so I invite anyone after listening to this story to dispute God being real. Tell me any other explanation for how this could be possible. Okay, so again, like I am a man of God now, I'm a child of God. I represent God in everything that I do. So I would never speak a lie, like knowingly say a lie. I would never knowingly tell you a lie in any way. So anything I share with you is going to be how I recollect it or how I remember it happening. Like if there's anything that isn't correct about what I say, it's not on purpose and it's just because I remember it incorrectly, possibly. But I'm going to tell you exactly how I remember it and how I believe it to be. So that being said, okay, so this dates back till 2012, right? Now it's 2025. So this happened to me in 2012. This is something that I've never been able to explain until now, basically, because now the person that I am becoming and this strong man of faith that I now am, and how much that I have God in my life now, and how I've devoted my life to Him and devoted my life to serving Him in every way and being the best that I can be for Him. I realize now why God would have been in my life in 2012 and the way that He was to make sure I would become this person that I am today. So again, this dates back to 2012. Okay, this starts back when they were selling drugs in the stores. Okay, there was all of a sudden a period of time when in our town, Herkimer, New York, they started selling the hardest drugs that you could ever get, and they started selling them right in stores. Somehow or another, they made them legal. They formulated them in a different way, and they were selling them out of stores. You probably heard of them, but they're called bath salts. That's what they called them. So I would go to the store and I would buy these drugs. And I did this for quite a while. I actually went on like a 28-day binge on these drugs. And in that time, I went from 183 pounds down to 137 pounds. I know this because I go to the doctor every 28 days and I would get weighed because I would go there for my prescriptions. At that time, I was on Oxys and I was on Xanax. So I would go there and he would weigh me every 28 days. And I thought when I went back on my 28th day to go get weighed again, I'm like, oh my gosh, this doctor, he's going to know that I'm using drugs and he's going to be able to see it because I've lost so much weight and I've never been able to lose weight before now. But the doctor weighed me, and again, I was at 183 the 28 days before. Now, 28 days later, I get weighed, I'm at 137. So losing all that weight like that, and the doctor just said, you lost weight, good job. So I was like, great, thank you, I lost weight, yay. But he didn't like recognize that I lost so much weight. But that's not even like the amazing thing about it. So during this period of time when I could just go to the store and go buy these drugs, they would sell these little half-gram things, and they would sell 3 of them for $50. Like I messed up my life in so many ways using these drugs, buying them at the store like that. Like there's a lot of different stories of things that happened that were just like off the wall crazy, like me calling 911, me running from cops, me crawling around my crawl space in my house, just a lot of different things that happened. But this one specific thing happened that is unexplainable in such a way that, like, if you listen to this story, if you actually listen to this all the way through, please tell me any other explanation besides the fact that God protected me through this story. Okay, so on this day, I was working at Steel Treaters, which is a factory. It was in Oriskany. A friend of mine got me the job there. Okay, when I first started there, I wasn't on any drugs. When I first started, my first weekend there, it was my first ever factory job. My boss, he said that I wasn't going to make it a month when I was there. Now, the next weekend, I had tried these drugs that I bought in the store. I tried them, and they made me like super powered. Now they're like they're like meth on steroids, kind of. That's what bath salts was, like meth on steroids. That's how I'll describe it. So now all of a sudden, I was able to do everything at work. I was like, my second weekend there, they said, I'm going to be the fastest ever to floor manager. I went from not making it a month to the fastest ever to floor manager by using this drug at this time. So, but I just continued, me being the addict, the person that I am, I continued to use the drug, and being I could get it so easily at the stores, I'm just using it consistently. I'm not sleeping, I'm staying up, I'm not eating, I'm not doing anything to take care of myself. And I'm just staying up days upon days upon days, just using this drug because I can go to the store and buy it. It's so easy to get. So then I was on my way to work one day, And on my way there, my boss, he had called me, and he called me and he said, are you going to be late? Because I was always like 1 minute late to work, and he would give me such a hard time about it. But he called me, he said, are you going to be late today? And at this time, I was right by Schuyler Street Dunkin' Donuts, which I had timed this out many times. It takes me 10 minutes to get from there to where Steel Treaters is. At this time that he called me, it was 9:40 a.m. So I said, nope, I'm going to be there 10 minutes early. That's what I said. I was very proud of myself, and I felt very strongly convicted in saying this. I said, nope, I'm going to be there 10 minutes early, like ha 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 to him. And then, so he said, okay. And now it's 9:40. Next thing I know, I am leaning up against the front of my car. My car is leaning, I'm leaning up against the front of my car, just kind of chilling. I like realize I look down, the driveway is so long, I can't even see the road. I parked my car, got out of my car, leaning against the hood. I look up, there's a house here, there's a camper here, driveway so long, I can't see the road. I look at my watch, 10:20. 10:20 a.m. Last thing I remember now is 9:40 a.m. Telling my boss I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. Now it's 10:20 a.m. So for 40 minutes, I drove with no idea what I was doing, no recollection of any of it for 40 minutes. I had a GPS. I had to go at this time. GPS was out, and I GPS back to work. I was like 21 minutes past my work where I drove. So I just kept driving right past my work, kept driving, drove all the way down this huge long driveway, got out of my car and just leaned against the front of my car and probably sat there for like 5 minutes before I just came to all of a sudden and realized. So now I want to know, how is that even possible for me to drive for 40 minutes with no recollection of it whatsoever, and did not even go to my work where I was going? Like I could see if I just pulled into my work and like, oh, hey, I don't remember driving. How did I get here? But no, I drove way past my work. I drove the whatever I just said, the 19 minutes past my work, and got out of my car and leaned against the front of my car. Like, how is that possible that I arrived there safely? So the only explanation to me is that I had angels or God, however that it is, that God would send somebody to intervene in my life to protect me and to guide me at that moment. There's no other explanation for me besides that. So I invite you that if you have a thought on this, on how that this thing would be possible for me to have done this in any way besides being protected by God, because I don't have any other explanation for it whatsoever, but that's a God's honest truth of how it happened. There's a lot more to the story. It took place before I got there, and just the whole car ride to that point, up to me like getting to the Schuyler Street Dunkin' Donuts when he called me, like where that was a really rough ride and me getting there on its own. But I remember all of that. But at this point, I do not remember any of it. From there to there, I do not remember any of it. For 40 minutes, I drove, no idea, all the way past my work, all the way down past where I never even been before. I've never driven those streets before. I had no idea where I was. And to go all the way down this long driveway and just get out of my car and just chill there like I was like supposed to be there, like I was waiting for somebody or something. Like, I don't understand it, and I don't know how that would be possible. But now, like I said, it makes so much sense to me now with the person that I have become, and how strong I am in my faith now, and what I'm trying to, by me dedicating my life to the Lord. Like I pray every day, I say, Lord, please let me serve you. I want to serve you for the rest of my life. I want my life to be in service of you. I want to dedicate my life to you. This is what I say every day now. So because of that fact, and because I am so strong in my faith now, and I am going to do a lot to be there for other people in every way possible. Like I know that I'm meant to help people. I know that my personality, everything, all the talents, all the gifts that God has given me throughout my life was to make me into this person that I am today. And that's an amazing feeling to know that everything I've done, all that, all my past, all of it, it's all, it doesn't even matter. All it does is give me something to work with for who I am now. And I love that feeling, and I truly love my life now, and I'm very, very excited to serve, and I'm excited to become all that God destined me to be. That's the other thing I pray a lot all the time, is for God to let me become what he destined me to be, what he created me to be. That is what I want to become in every way possible. That's what I dedicate my life to now, is to serve him and to be the best that I can be for him. So I invite you again to let me know how that this thing would be possible. If you have any other explanation whatsoever, besides the fact that God guided me, besides the fact that angels guided me, whatever it may be, it was a supernatural experience that got me from that point to that point safely, and to the point where I had to GPS my way all the way back there, had no idea where I was whatsoever. How that would be possible without, and to do that safely and to not get hurt and be standing here now like I am full faculties about me and the person that I am today. Meant for a reason, and I see that now, and I love that is the case now. And like I said, I'm going to do my very, very best to serve him in every way and to serve you people and try to help you guys to become better and see that there's a better way of life. And it's just by giving your life to God that everything in your life becomes so much better. And I love my life now, and I hope that you can too. And so thank you guys for watching. If you watched all the way through, please comment and let me know what you guys think about that. Please let me know how that is possible in any realm of this world, how that would be possible for me to make it from there to there with no recollection of any of it, if it wasn't for something supernaturally guiding me and helping me to keep me safe. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope everyone has the best blessed day possible. Remember, as nice as it is to be important, it's infinitely more important to be nice. I love you. God bless.